This is the ECOFLOW Delta Pro Extra Battery 3600WH. When you first see it, you'll notice right away it's a large, solid rectangular box, finished in black and gray with a very modern look. It's got sturdy handles on each side, and personally, when I picked it up, I could feel that solid, almost industrial build. At around 100 pounds, let me tell you, this is not something you just toss around your RV or house, but for the kind of power it gives, that's honestly expected. From my experience, this extra battery works hand in hand with the ECOFLOW Delta Pro power station. If you're not familiar with the Delta Pro, it's basically one of the best portable battery generators for home backup, RV trips, or just camping when you need a lot of silent, clean power. The extra battery connects to the Delta Pro with a thick, heavy-duty cable, and that connection is pretty much plug and play. You don't need to mess with complicated wiring or technical setups. The cable just clicks in, and instantly you get double the battery storage. When I first got this, my big question was whether it would actually give me enough power to run heavy appliances, like an air conditioner in my RV, without having to fire up a noisy gas generator. That's what really pushed me to try it out in real-world situations. One of the key features here is the expandable capacity. Each battery holds 3600 WH, which means when you pair it with a Delta Pro, you get 7200 WH total. If math isn't your thing, think of it as running a 1000-watt air conditioner for more than 7 hours straight without a wall outlet or a gas generator. That's crazy useful if you're boondocking, parked on the side of the road, or dealing with a blackout at home. Charging is another point where the ECOFLOW system stands out. Plug the main Delta Pro unit into your wall outlet, solar panels, or even a gasoline generator, and the extra battery will charge right along with it. From my experience, charging both the Delta Pro and the extra battery together from about 10% to full using a high-speed wall charger took under 3 hours. That's fast for something that gives you a whole night of backup power. Now about the lifespan. If you're wondering, will this thing die on me after a few years? The answer is not likely. ECOFLOW uses something called LFP battery chemistry, which basically means lithium iron phosphate. These last longer than most other battery types. We're talking about 3,000 charging cycles before it drops to 80% of its original capacity. For most people, that could easily mean 10 years or more if you're only draining and charging it a few times a week, even if you're living out of your RV all summer. To me, this long life is a big plus, especially when you're making a pretty big investment up front. Controlling and monitoring the whole setup is simple. There's a large LCD screen right on the front of the battery. Super easy to read. It shows how much power is left, how much you're taking out or putting in, and even an estimate of how many hours you've got left at your current usage. I'm not a fan of fiddling with tiny screens or complicated menus, so I really appreciate how this keeps things clear. And for more control, I just open up the ECOFLOW app on my phone. Over Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, I can see everything, check battery levels, turn things on or off. Useful when you're inside the RV while the battery's bay is closed, or you just want to check on your phone while cooking dinner. One thing you should know though, at 100 pounds, this extra battery is heavy. For me, it was a two-person job getting it from the garage to my RV. And honestly, I'm not moving this every day. If you plan to pack light or need something you can easily lift, that's something to keep in mind. Rolling it around the garage is doable thanks to the built-in wheels and handles, but stairs or tight spaces are challenging. Another thing I worried about at first was how complicated it would be to set up, since I'm not a technician or super into wiring projects. Thankfully, ECOFLOW has made things pretty simple. As soon as I plugged everything in, the extra battery recognized the Delta Pro and syncing was automatic. There's no special step required for it to work alongside your main power station. Just click the connector in, check the screen, and you're ready to go. Speaking honestly, I haven't fully run down the battery from 100% to zero more than a few times yet, because that takes quite a while. But I have parked overnight at Walmart and run my RV's air conditioner, lights, and fridge, all off just the Delta Pro and this extra battery. Even after a long hot night, I still had enough juice left for a pot of coffee in the morning. A whole system runs almost silent. Really, the only thing you'll hear is a gentle fan sound when you're pulling big loads. That silence is amazing compared to running a gas generator outside. It matters a lot at campsites, national parks, or anywhere with noise limits. I know some people are concerned about what happens during really long outages or multi-day trips off-grid. For that, the ECOFLOW setup accepts solar panels and even has its own smart generator as a backup, which you can plug in to fast charge the Delta Pro and the extra battery. That means you could run on gas for a quick top-up, then switch to battery power for a quiet night. It creates a lot of options if you hate running a generator all night or just want to respect campground quiet hours.